Maid is one of the more classic elements in Japanese otaku culture. In Akihabara, Tokyo, Japan, you can see all kinds of maid cafes everywhere. Maid cafes are cosplay-themed cafes, and the waiters are dressed in maid clothes. Although the charges here are slightly higher than in restaurants, you can enjoy a unique service experience here. When you enter the store, you will first hear the maids say to you, "Master, welcome back." The biggest feature of the maid store is that treat customers as masters. Some shops can play games with maids or enjoy dance performances in addition to meals. But you may not know that maid cafes were only temporary shops for game promotion activities at the beginning. Accidentally brought the boom of maid cafes. How did maid cafes come into being? When it comes to the concept of a maid in a cafe, mention Anna Miller's restaurant chain. It's a retro American breakfast and dessert shop, featuring waitresses who wear white tops with orange or pink aprons or miniskirts. In addition, each female clerk will also wear a heart-shaped brand name. The distinctive clothing also brings it popularity. The uniform in Anna Miller's store also once became a hot topic in the cosplay industry. At that time, many Japanese anime characters can also see clothing designs like Anna Miller's uniforms on their clothing. In 1996, a game called Welcome to Pia Carrot. The background of the game is set in a fictional chain restaurant, Pia Carrot. A high school student working in this restaurant aims to become a couple with the waitresses in the store within a month. This game was very popular in Japan at the time. When the game was a sequel, the game dealer thought of an excellent way to promote it. At the Tokyo Game Show in August 1998, due to space limitations, the restaurant design in the original game was changed to Cosplay Café and provided easy-to-make desserts and drinks. It is common to restore game scenes today, but it never appeared at that time, so it caused a boom. Due to the good publicity effect, this plan was specially extended and continued during the opening period of Akihabara Limited Theme Restaurant. The success of this publicity strategy is also regarded as the starting point of the Maid Café. After that, there were many games or animations, which were promoted and marketed similarly. Less than a year later, the original cafe management rights were transferred to other companies and changed its name to Cure Maid Café. It was officially opened in 2001 and was recognized as the first real maid café in Japan. In this way, it was originally just a temporary shop for game promotion activities, and then it developed directly into a new type of café. Since its opening since then, Cure Maid Café has always adhered to the traditional European style, and the goal is to provide a private environment for guests to rest and relax in a 19th century-like decoration atmosphere. Unlike other maid cafes that focus on singing and dancing, women serve the students will wear Victorian maid costumes, and the maids will perform in the store every Saturday with various musical instruments such as violins, flutes, and harps. Maid cafe culture developed around Akihabara as a cultural trend. They have also expanded overseas to countries including China, South Korea, Thailand, Australia, Hungary, the Czech Republic, France, the Netherlands, Mexico, Canada, Chile, Brazil, the United States, Peru, and the Gambia. Especially in Asia and North America, there are lots of maid cafes. Many people will be curious, how is the consumption of maid cafes different from ordinary cafes? Of course, each store has consumption method is not the same. But usually, in addition to the cost of food and beverages, most shops also need to pay seat fees or basic usage fees. There are also many shops with time restrictions. Due to the large number of tourists visiting Akihabara, some cafes also have English menus attached. The Maid Café is not a place that only men can enter. Women and even children can also enter the store to dine. The food provided by the Maid Café is the same as the general restaurant. For example, fried rice, omelette, pasta, etc. The difference is only in the maids. The service is provided in the cafe. Many maids also like anime and games, so they can chat with the master very happily. There is also the most classic service, which is to write and draw with ketchup on the omelette and display the food with delicious magic. Each maid cafe also has its own specially designed maid clothes. Various forms of maid clothes are also the signature of the Maid Cafe. At present, the maids in Akihabara are mainly miniskirts. The traditional maid clothes are dark white is the main color, but the new maid clothes are available in any color. Among them, pink, red, azure, and other colors are the most. Some stores allow customers to take pictures with maids, and customers can designate maids to take pictures of their favorites, clothing and posture. You can also ask the maid to write blessings on the photo. Or you can play games with the maid, including poker, video games, and various board games. However, maid cafes have some precautions that must be strictly followed. For example, no physical contact, no contact information, no invasion of the maid's privacy, etc. Even handshakes are not allowed at all. If such behavior occurs, it may be you will be asked out of the shop. Since the core concept of maids is to serve the master wholeheartedly, you can feel the feeling of being truly served in the coffee shop. The maids who work here must have very high professionalism and must devote themselves to maids. With the popularity of maid cafes, various types of maid shops have been developed later. First, the shop owner asked the waiter to perform designated cosplay, such as the Sengoku period maid cafe dressed in the Sengoku period. You can chat with the maids about the history of the Sengoku period, or the Magic Academy, witch-style maid cafes. There are even maid cafes themed on railways and trams. The entertainment industry other than cafes has also kept up with the maid trend, and the waiters are also dressed as maids. For example, KTV, casinos, hair salons, massage parlors, tour guides, taxi drivers, etc. Finally, a concept like a maid shop appeared, but with male service staff. This type of shop is often called a butler cafe. It mainly serves women who like anime culture. In 2006, Japan's first butler cafe, Swallowtail, opened in Ikebukuro, Tokyo. In the same year, Shibuya also opened a butler cafe with European and American men as waiters. Some of these cafes are very particular about clothing, even wearing typical butler uniforms such as tuxedos. Here is Monoponey. Welcome to like, comment and subscribe. See you next episode.